Good morning, everyone. Together with our head teacher 3, Maria Morena or Nalunat, and Miss Daryl Manzano, my name is Sapico, and we are here to present our action and research proposal entitled the Project ARM, or the Accessible Resources in Multiplying Two-Digit Multiplicand by One-Digit Multiplier among the Grade 3 pupils at Trece Martires CP Elementary School-Luciano Extension for the school year 2019-2020. One of my dilemmas when I was in the private and same with the public school is that there are these pupils who are not familiar in multiplying two-digit multiplicand by one-digit multiplier, and same with multiplying one-digit number by one-digit number. It is a challenge for us teachers on how we are going to assist or help these pupils to be able to learn and understand multiplying numbers. That is the reason why I also agreed to have this action research proposal in our school. So for our context and rationale, mathematics has a huge impact in the world around us. To further understand the concept of mathematics, numeracy is one of the basic skills that we should possess. When we say numeracy, it is not just about knowing the names of the numbers, but it is understanding and knowing how to work with numbers. Although mathematics thrives on the abstract and intangible ideas, accessible resources can be used to elaborate further the concept of multiplication. So in this action research, we use different accessible resources to be able to help these pupils learn and understand multiplying two-digit multiplicand by one-digit multiplier. The advancement of technology now make a major change in the world. Technologies now help students or people solve different mathematical equations by using different technologies. For our research questions, this study will determine the different accessible resources in teaching multiplication among grade 3 pupils of Trece Martires City Elementary School, Luciano Extension. Specifically, it will seek answers to the following questions. What are the pretest scores of the pupils before implementation of the Project ARM? Second, what are the post-test scores of the pupils after the implementation of the Project ARM? Third, is there a significant difference between the performance of the pupils before and after the Project ARM? And fourth, based from the results, what will be the future direction of the study? So it is important to have these guide questions for us to be able to know what to measure when it comes to the skills of the learners in multiplying two-digit multiplicand by one-digit multiply. For our proposed innovation, intervention, and strategy, the pupils in the third grader are experiencing different types of dilemma when it comes in multiplying numbers, especially involving two-digit multiplicand by one-digit multiplier. Yes, it is true because they have or encountered this difficulty because of not familiarizing the multiplication table. Through this study, it will show the different accessible resources that can be used in learning multiplication with ease. This action research involved gathering of data from July to September. This data took a number of forms, which includes questionnaires and detailed notes of the students in every session. This study will be a series of intersection of the proposed studies, which includes the use of multimedia and different manipulatives. When we say intercession, it is different interventions, different activities that we are going to give to these pupils to be able to help them learn and understanding multiplying numbers, especially two-digit multiplicand by one-digit multiplier. For the action research methods, participants, and/or other resources of data and information, this study will determine the different accessible resources in teaching multiplication among the grade 3 Matulungin pupils of Trece Martires City Elementary School, Luciano Extension for the school year 2019-2020 through the implementation of Project ARM. The study will involve 36 grade 3 Matulungin pupils who will undergo different sessions every week with different resources involving multiplication of two-digit multiplicand by one-digit multiplier. So here are the participants and the other sources of data that we used during the conduct of the study.
Okay, good morning again, everyone. For the data gathering methods, in accordance to the proper protocol and proper correspondence, we seek first the permission of the school administration, our school head, and also we provided the waiver and the consent for the respondents of this study and to their parents as well. And luckily, most of the parents, they allowed their child to participate in this study. For the data analysis plan, so these are the following treatment that we use as we gathered all the data that we needed. The first one's the mean and percentage distribution that we use to measure the skills of the learners in multiplying two-digit multiplicand by one-digit multiplier to answer the statement of the problem 1 and 2. And the second one is for the paired sample t-test that we use in statement of the problem 3. For the discussion of the results and reflection, so the table 1, it shows the pretest score of the 36 respondents, and we get a mean of 10.86 with a standard deviation of 6.80 and a mean percentage score of 36.20%. So as you can see that there is a very low output in the result or in the score of this students before the implementation of the project arm. But once we introduce and implement the project arm, so these are the following post-test scores of the 36 respondents. So we get a mean of 22.14 with a standard deviation of 5.48 and a mean percentage score of 73.80%. So this graphical analysis shows the pretest and the post-test scores of the 36 respondents, and as you can see that there is a huge difference between the two, before and after the implementation of Project R. The table 3 shows the result of the pretest and post-test scores using the t-test, and we get a sig2 tilde of 0.000, which means that it is statistically significant, or there is a significant difference between the pretest and the post-test score. For the action plan, so this study started last July up until September 2019 for the first week, and it is composed of 12 weeks. And for the first week is for the screening, the orientation, and the administration of the pretest, and for the second and third week is for the familiarization of the multiplication table, and for the fourth up until the ninth week where we introduced these accessible resources to the respondents, and for the 10th and 11th week is for the mental math, and the last week or for the 12th week is for the administration of the post-test. Plan for dissemination and utilization. So of course, as a researcher, we're looking forward for the publication of this study because this is of great help also to those future researchers who will be conducting the same study as this one, because they can use this as their guide or a reference. And we also intend to influence the policymaker of the educational system to take into consideration the accounts and attributions that was generated by this study, and to work as a team to find the best solution and best activity or approach that we can use to best address these multiplication difficulties among the students. Conclusion. So it is clear that from the pretest, or there is a huge difference between the pretest score and the post-test score of the 36 respondents, but after the implementation of Project R, but not just in their score, but also in their performance as well. So by all counts and with proven result, it is no wonder that these accessible resources that we use during the conduct of this study, it played a great role to every pupil's performance when it comes in multiplication, especially in multiplying two-digit multiplicand by one-digit multiplier. So the use of these accessible resources is very effective and helps the learner to learn and understand deeper the concept of multiplication rather than memorizing it. So these are the reference that we use in conducting this study. And that's the end of our presentation. Thank you and God bless, and have a great day.